Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to use Supabase and start using it for your app, whether it's for authentication or database. I'm going to show you a quick preview of how to use it. So let's start with the to-do list app. A to-do list app isn't super complicated, but I think it's a good starting point because even if functionality is basic, it's going to give you all the basics around authentication, whether users can delete or add to-dos for themselves, and then of course storing it in the database. Okay, so right now we have a really simple to-do list app. If I hit refresh, you can see all the to-dos are gone because it's not stored in a database. And additionally, I don't have my own to-dos and there's no privacy at all. So let's go ahead and say, let's add auth and database. So now when you say these words, Dyad's going to know, hey, I have to use Supabase. I'm going to click set up Supabase, and now you can see it says no projects found in your Supabase account. Okay. So what I'll go ahead and do is I'll do new project, and let me go ahead and say, okay, cool. So now I have a new project. If I go ahead and click on this app again, it'll refresh it, and now I can see the project that I just created called new project. Now I can disconnect this project and connect to another project in the future if I want to. So let me go ahead and hit the created a basic to-do list app. This is the chat I was just working on. And now I'm going to just say keep going. Okay, so what Dyad is doing is that it's first going to generate a SQL query, and now you can see there's this thing called row level security. Basically what this is saying is that users can only look at their own to-dos and also edit and delete their own to-dos. So this is a pretty reasonable policy. And then it's also saying I should install these packages. You can click these links to learn more, but because these are Supabase ones, these are pretty reliable. And now it's going ahead to update the code. Okay, so I can see over here just a quick summary of everything that's going to be changed. Let me go ahead and hit approve. And now it's saying, hey, there's this file. I'm getting this error, failed to resolve import. Let me go ahead and just copy and paste it. Okay, so now it's knowing, okay, I gotta go ahead and create it. Sometimes it forgets to do it, although usually it does remember to do it. Okay, so now I see the login sign-in page, and this is good that you see the errors because oftentimes when I set up Supabase, I'm gonna hit an error or two, and it's always gonna be different depending on the model, and it could just even be the same model, just the time of day. Let's go ahead and create an account. So one little tip that I like to do is if you go ahead and go to your Supabase dashboard, you click on authentication, then you go sign in to sign up, go ahead and hit email, you go over here and just take up the confirm email. While you're testing this is handy because it's annoying to confirm the email. If you do too many times, it doesn't seem to always be super reliable. But let's go ahead and just create a new account now. So now I didn't actually see anything. So it's a little bit of a strange experience. Let me go ahead and hit hi. And now if I open up into a separate browser over here, okay. You can see it's initially not loading. It looks like we're getting some kind of error over here. But when I refresh over here, it's working. Okay. Now what I did was I just changed the URL and I just went directly to 32.100. Okay, so there's something kind of weird going on. So let's ask Dyad and saying sometimes when I log in, the to-do list app page doesn't show up right away. So one of the key things here is you want to be specific, even if you don't know exactly where in the code it's doing this. You know what the behavior is as a user, and by telling it, you can have it fix it. So now it's going to come up with something. Okay, so now it's saying that it's going to be more reliable. So again, when I hit this open browser link, it'll take me to this page over here. If I go to login directly, okay, so now something I'm actually missing here is I need a logout button. So let's say add a logout button if I'm already logged in. Again, this is sort of kind of like basic standard UI, but sometimes you have to prompt the UI to do it. Sometimes it'll automatically include it for you, and this is just something that you have to get a feel for. Okay, so now it's going to tell me add a logout button. Okay, cool. I have a logout button. So let's go ahead and log out right now. And now I don't see anything to login page. Okay. Okay, so now I hit logout, but the login page is blank. Okay, so now that worked, let me just try logging in and logging out just to make sure things are working as expected. Okay, so I've logged in here. I'll hit add. Okay, see now it says you must be logged in to add your to-dos. So there's still some kind of bug here. Okay. Even though I'm logged in. So one thing that I can do is I can just keep an eye on the tokens, and right now it's about 28,000, and you generally don't want to go over 100,000, so I still have a little bit of wiggle room to go. Okay. All right, awesome. So now I see the to-dos I had before. Let me go ahead and add another to-do. Okay. And let me just prove it to myself that it really is storing in a database. Now my browser over here, I can see it. If I hit log out, oh, now it says log out, auth session failed missing. Okay, so let's go ahead and fix this. So you can see a big part of this user flow is basically just making sure the functionality is working, and when something breaks, just going ahead and pasting the error or whatever you see is wrong so then the AI knows to fix it. Okay, let me go ahead hit log out. Okay, so now it works. Okay, so let's try one more time over here. So if I hit log out, okay. Okay, so now when I'm doing it inside Dyad, it's working. When I'm doing it outside Dyad, it's not working. Okay, so let's try doing this hard reload. If I hit inspect and I do a hard reload, let's see if that clears up things. Okay, so I'm still getting this error. So it's not super clear to me why I'm getting this only in the browser but not inside the Dyad preview. In theory, it should be the same behavior, but let's just go ahead and see if the AI can figure out what's going wrong. Okay, let me try doing restart just to see if that fixes anything. Let me open up an incognito. Okay, so if I do will at test. Now if I log in, if I log out, that works right. So I'm guessing here there's some sort of weird cookie issue. And if I go ahead and do, if I do something like, go ahead and hit delete browser data, just do it for the last hour, I'm going to delete the cookies. Okay, so now let's give it a shot. All right. Okay, so now I put it in my browser. Let me go back to Dyad, Let me just log in again. Okay, so now I can see it. It's in both tabs. This is awesome. Let me hit the logout button and it's working. Okay, so what do we learn here? Debugging can be tricky. When you're getting an issue in one browser but not another, you can think, maybe it's a cookie issue. Even if you're not an expert on cookies, what I recommend you to do is just learn how to clear cookies on your browser, whether it's Chrome, using the settings. You can also Google it for whatever browser you want to. But I hope this helps. So this is a real video of me using Supabase for a simple application, but now you've seen, okay, how to integrate Supabase, how to get authentication working, how to get the database working, and how to resolve all the different errors that you're going to hit along the way. So let me know if you like this, if this is helpful, and I can create more videos like this. Thanks.